I have featured the 2017 film Newton earlier too. The dialogues are written by the director Amit Masurkar and Mayank Tewari. It's an outstanding film in terms of writing. Unfortunately, when it was released, it was acclaimed, but people have started forgetting about it. And the film actually shows the hollowness of the government claims about Naxalism on the one hand, and about the election process, the democracy as we celebrate it, the dance of democracy as it's called. And does it very subtly. It's not an over the top, dege Hindu ka khoon, ya Musalman ka khoon. No, not the Nana Patekar kinds. It is subtle, not the Mehul Kumar, Nana Patekar over the top, Manmohan Desai types. It's very subtle. So some things actually take some time for you to understand. Basically a bunch of election officials led by a guy called Newton Kumar, played by Rajkumar Rao, tries to hold elections in what is known as a LWE area, left-wing extremism. This film is 2017. Of course, now the government claims that it has been eradicated, but at that time it was relevant. And this particular area, nobody comes to the booth, but how they manage to get some people, how they manage to get them to vote. But it is largely farcical. One of the members of the polling team is played by Raghubir Yadav. He plays the character called Loknath, and the commandant is played by a CRPF commandant is played by Pankaj Tripathi. Now Pankaj Tripathi is escorting the entire team with his soldiers, and that's when they sit down to have lunch. The polling is almost over. The time that they're given is 3 o'clock, so they all sit down to have lunch. So when they sit down for lunch, Loknath, that is Raghubir Yadav, tells Pankaj Tripathi and the other soldiers that he has a solution for Maoism. And he says, यहाँ जो अन्याय हो रहा है ना, उससे निपटने के लिए मेरे पास solution है. And then he takes a pause and says, TV. Atma, that is Pankaj Tripathi, says, TV. Loknath says, घर घर में TV लगवा दो. लालच दिखाकर कोई फ़ायदा है नहीं, क्योंकि लालच का इनको मतलब ही नहीं पता. टीवी दिखाओ, टीवी पर जब एक कोका कोला और वॉशिंग मशीन का ऐड देखेंगे ना, क्रांति भूलकर सीधे लाइन पर आ जाएंगे. So he's basically saying put a TV in every household and people will watch all these advertisements and get seduced by commercialism, consumerism, and forget about revolution. That's the argument that Raghubir Yadav, or Loknath, the character that he's playing, puts forth. And that's when Atma, that is the CRPF commandant, he says, probably in jest, probably sarcastically, one doesn't know, but he says, क्या बात है, वाह, आप तो ज्ञानी निकले. And that's when Raghubir Yadav says, मजबूरी है भाई, सूरज ना चाहते हुए भी प्रकाश बांट ही देता है.
यहाँ जो अन्याय हो रहा है ना, उससे निपटने के लिए मेरे पास सलूशन है. क्या? टीवी. घर घर में टीवी लगवा दो. लालच दिखाकर कोई फायदा है नहीं, क्योंकि लालच के मतलब ही नहीं पता. टीवी दिखाओ, टीवी पे जब ये कोका कोला और वॉशिंग मशीन का ऐड देखेंगे ना, तो क्रांति भूल कर सीधे लाइन पे आएंगे.
क्या बात है, वाह, ढिंगे लाला, आप तो ज्ञानी निकले.
मजबूरी है भाई, सूरज ना चाहते हुए प्रकाश बांट ही देता है.
हमारी बात है. हाँ, क्या बात है, लाल सलाद. ला भाई, तुम भी बांटो.
मजबूरी है भाई, सूरज ना चाहते हुए भी प्रकाश बांट ही देता है. I'm reminded of that movie Dirty Picture, where somebody praises the superstar played by Nasiruddin Shah. And Nasiruddin Shah says, it's a curse. So something like that. Here too he's saying, मजबूरी है भाई, सूरज ना चाहते हुए भी प्रकाश बांट ही देता है. You can use this to boast yourselves as well, or you can be sarcastic about somebody else needlessly throwing wisdom at you. You can use it. Great line, great line. There are other great lines also. We'll feature them as we go along.